Your results match your identity. If you change your identity, you change everything. Now, what makes a 6 or a 7-figure trader? What is it they have or they do differently that someone who can barely get by on a 4 or 5-figure account doesn't do? Do they do anything different in terms of their action steps? Do they have a different strategy? Well, sometimes yes, but it's also the case that there are some 4 or 5-figure traders that are doing the same action steps and trading the same strategy that these 6 and 7-figure traders are trading. So what is it the 6 and 7-figure traders are doing differently that the 4 and 5-figure traders aren't doing? And a lot of it has to do with identity, with self-worth and belief systems and all that type of stuff. And not in a wishy-washy way, not in a fantastical way where, you know, you just believe in yourself more and you'll make more money. Not at all. A lot of it has to do with self-worth, and in particular, what the trader sees their level of self-worth relative to the amount of money they're trading. And I made a video on this not long ago, and it ended up becoming my best performing video. You can find that as my most popular video on YouTube at this point in time. But I talked about this analogy in dating where there's literally a hierarchy, a social hierarchy, where you feel like you're worthy of some people and not worthy of other people. And there are literally people that you put up on a pedestal in society where you think they're better than you, or more empowered, or better looking, or better, you know, better financial, more wealth, more socially connected, more intellectual. There are literally people that you put up on a pedestal thinking that they're on a different level than you. And we use language like that person's out of my league, for example. And there are also people that you perceive yourself better than. You put up on a pedestal relative to them. You put them down in the pit. You think you're better looking than. You think you have more social connections than. You think you have more wealth than. So there are literally people you put up on a pedestal or put down in the pit, and there's a social hierarchy of who you think you're better than or worse than. Now, that idea everybody understands, and the same idea can be translated to your trading. There's certain account sizes that you feel worthy of trading, whereas there are other account sizes that you don't feel worthy of trading. And really, the way you identify what that is how much money you're willing to gain and lose unemotionally. For example, if you're happy taking a $1,000 loss and making $3,000 unemotionally, and you're risking 1% of your total account size, and your risk to reward is about a 3-to-1, then the way you feel worthy at is a $100,000 account, because 1% risk on 100,000 is $1,000. You can lose 1,000, you can gain 3,000 unemotionally. So your level of resonance is a $100,000 account. But then if you were to push yourself to $1 million account, you would be fearful of a $10,000 loss and really elated if you made $30,000. Then you're not resonant on that level yet. And your level of self-worth and your financial thermostat hasn't quite caught up to that level just yet. So when we talk about shifting your identity to make more money, it's about shifting your level of self-worth, your financial thermostat relative to money. And really, you can do this over time by going through many periods of winning and losing, and you just become dispassionate towards the outcome eventually, because you take so many wins followed by so many losses that you learn not to become addicted to or elated by wins. And over time, you can slowly, incrementally take on a little bit more capital, bit by bit, and you can desensitize yourself to that amount of capital over time. And that can happen over a very slow process over time. And your identity around yourself can slowly grow and expand over time. Or you can speed that up by putting some mindset, mental models in place and detaching from the outcome of greater outcomes quicker, and finding the benefits to losing certain amounts of money quicker. And you can speed that up by integrating the pairs of opposites quicker, which is what I teach on this channel, by using my Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset tool to detach from the outcome, you can speed your scaling journey up quicker. So that's one way you can expand your identity to take on more and more capital, by detaching from the outcome. Now, the other thing that's crucial to do is to address the parts of yourself that you're self-minimizing by going in there and figuring out whatever you're harboring shame and guilt over, because the accumulation of guilt throughout your life leads to lower self-worth, and it leads to a lower form of identity. It leads to a self-minimization, and it leads to this feeling of unworthiness where you don't feel worthy of making more money or trading more money or achieving your goals. So the accumulation of shame and guilt throughout your life that hasn't been addressed can lead to lower self-worth and can lead to self-minimization, where you have this lowered self-image and lowered self-identity where you don't feel worthy of trading more capital or making more money, etc., etc., even achieving your goals or having a stable, loving relationship. Insert whatever the goal or outcome may be, but the accumulation of shame and guilt leads to that feeling of not feeling worthy of it. And the other place that a lowered sense of identity and self-image comes from is putting people up on a pedestal and admiring certain mentors and going on social media or on YouTube or in your trading communities and looking at certain mentors and thinking they have something that you don't, and exaggerating them and their abilities. And because whenever you exaggerate someone else, in turn you minimize yourself, and you think that that mentor has something that you don't. You're exaggerating them, minimizing yourself. So it's very important to realize that these mentors and these people online, they're putting their best foot forward. They're only putting forward the parts of themselves that they want you to see, and they're minimizing and hiding away the other parts to market themselves. So don't get caught up into this thinking that these people have something that you don't, or these people have a level of something that you don't. They're just marketing themselves a little bit better. So there are multiple places where you can minimize your self-identity and minimize yourself. It's crucial that you work on your psychology and you work on maturing your psychology through self-awareness to ensure that you have an increase in this self-image and this identity. And without a doubt, it will help you scale your trading. So traders, the free Bulletproof Your Trading Mindset 2.0 tool is a tool trusted by 6,000 traders around the world. If you don't already have that, I don't know what you're doing. I would encourage you to download it. It's completely free. Watch the video walkthrough, implement the tool before every trade, and that's just going to be a very powerful tool that you keep in your back pocket and use before you trade to ensure that you have this self-confidence and this self-belief that you're sticking to your proven processes. That tool will help lower negative, unwanted trading emotions. It will help you scale your trading accounts quicker, and it will help you stabilize yourself so you can pull consistent profits from the market. So make sure you jump into the description, in the first comment, and download that and use that. And if you found value from this video, make sure you give it a like, drop a nice comment, and subscribe to the channel. I always appreciate the support you guys leave on this channel. It means a lot to me. All right, traders, I'll speak to you all in the next video. Cheers.